For this, you need a borrowed and shuffled deck of cards. We also need one selected, so let's go for this one. It really is a free choice. It's the 8 of spades, and what I'll show you is that this 8 is genuinely never going to leave the center of the deck, like this. To prove that, I'm going to show you that the top card is in fact the Queen of Clubs, and the bottom card is the 6 of Diamonds. But to get that 8 to the top of the deck, all you need to do is to cast a shadow, and it looks like this. Just like that. The 8 of spades comes to the top of the deck.
Lloyd, I felt compelled to stop mid-grocery shopping just to send you a message to say that's insane. I don't know how the hell you did that.
That was the teaser for Lux. And just for you guys on my channel only, I'm telling you right now, this Friday is the release date. It's my biggest secret that I've been working on for the past couple of years. You know I've been speaking about it a lot on the podcast. I show people at Blackpool. I've kept this one close to my chest. I felt like sharing some love today because you guys are incredible. Even since yesterday, another 200 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I posted a card control on my Instagram like 2 years ago, and randomly a bunch of people messaged me over the past few days asking could I show it in detail. So here it is. You're gonna learn it for Saturday. This is your weekend knuckle buster. It's a bit of a knacky move and it's kind of angle sensitive. It's totally like a one-on-one, one-on-two sort of situational thing. But more so, I think I just like sort of thinking behind it more than anything. This isn't my practical go-to day-to-day control of a playing card. This is one that I sit at home and practice and sometimes use when I'm at conventions to fool magicians. Crack those knuckles, and let's get ready to learn this devious little card control. So this is how this move works, and this is ideal to perform one-on-one, one-on-two, but you wouldn't want to ideally do this surrounded. But here's what's going on with this operation. A card is selected from the deck, so in this case, it doesn't matter what it is. In this case, we're going to use the 8 of Diamonds, and what's going to happen is as you square that 8 into the deck, you're going to kick it at an angle. So as you come into square, you're going to move it as an angle, and then as you come in, your thumb is going to pull that 8 until it kicks out of the back. So essentially, whatever card's selected, as it gets placed into the deck like this, it gets out-jogged at the back. It's just a tiny amount, all right? The other option for doing this is to have the card placed in the center, and as you coalesce the two halves of the deck, your right hand thumb is going to pull that card back. So as your hand comes down, you're going to kick that card back slightly, okay? Either way, the selected card needs to be left out-jogged at the back. Now, one thing to note is that if you're standing like this, it's going to be visible. But the more you tilt your hand up, the more invisible it becomes. Now, I know the angle is slightly lower here than normal, but in the real world, you would just point the deck up towards their line of sight, and they're not going to be able to see this. And of course, I've got a very big out-jog here for you guys to see at home. So now, what you're going to do is show them that their card is not on top. And as I do this, I'm going to execute the Frank Garcia riser move. Now, for those of you that don't know that, the riser move is essentially this. You're going to use your pinky to kick the card to the side and push it through to the front of the deck. What's going to essentially happen is, using your pinky, that card is kicked over, all right? And you'll notice that my index finger curls underneath the deck as I do this, and I'm gripping the deck with my left hand thumb on the very top side, and my left hand middle finger here. So essentially I'm holding the deck like this. My index finger moves out the way, and my pinky, and this is going to take a lot of work because it is one of those knacky moves. My pinky, let me get a card out jog, is going to move the card to the side, and then my pinky is gonna squeeze up. So without the deck there, my pinky is gonna go like that, right? So it's gonna go like this. So at speed, but from an exposed view, it's gonna do this. And the other thing to note is that you don't want it to catch on your thumb. So you're gonna now sometimes need to let your thumb sort of move off the deck slightly. And that's what that index finger helps with here, is so that you can allow the corner of this card to pass by your thumb. So let me show you. So watch, if my thumb is here, it can sometimes trap the card. But because I can release just a slight amount of pressure, I'm not actually letting go, but I can just release the pressure, this card has the ability to travel past, all right? So you execute this whilst you block their view with the top card. And you can do that in real life. You just literally block their view, but all the attention is here. So the selected card is kicked back jogged, or in jogged even. And this nice display is great because you can show one card. As I'm bringing the attention to this one card, I'm getting ready. And then as I sort of snap into view, boom, and bring all the focus here, I'm literally behind the scenes gonna kick this card forward like that, all right? Now the thing that's gonna happen though is I'm holding this card in a particular way where essentially I'm gonna point my index finger and thumb towards the spectator and then push this card out like that and grip it at the bottom, because in a moment my hand's gonna turn 90 degrees, all right? And that allows me to, as that happens, I can kick forward this selected card. Now, what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna pinch this selected card with my ring finger against my thumb, like that, okay? So from the front you see nothing. But really, my ring finger, so not my middle finger, my ring finger is gripping it between my thumb, and I'm gonna pull forward. But you won't be able to see it, even in the real world, as if I set it from the beginning, place a card in, select the two of spades, and go in like that. I'm now gonna show you this card, boom, and I'm in this position here. But you wouldn't have been able to see it because the card is blocking your view. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to use my middle finger to rotate that card under the selected card and square it up as best that I can. And then drop it all on top of the deck, all right? So let's just say this is the selected card. I'm going to in-jog it at the back. And a nice subtlety here is to riffle up the front of the deck to show there's no breaks, but I'm literally just riffling up the front of the deck. I'm now going to take this top card, and as I bring it into view, I'm going to kick the selected card into my ring finger grip and use my middle finger to sort of do like a reverse snap change as I place it on top of the deck. And now I can show the bottom of the cards as well. And I'm completely finished, my control is done. So let me show you that fully at speed from an exposed view. The selected card goes in, it's in-jogged at the back. Now I can kick it forward and steal it as I show everything. And now it's on top. I hope you all dug that. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'd love to see how you guys get on with learning it. Post videos, tag me in them, let me see it. And if you haven't done so already and you love seeing my content, then please hit the subscribe button. It's a tiny gesture that goes an awful long way for me. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. Tune in tomorrow for a live Sunday session. And of course, we'll be back on Tuesday for Tutorial Tuesday and another episode of Fooler on Thursday. And then it's the big one. It's the release of Lux.